Hey, Alchemy family, it's Justin here for another Vinyasa class. I hope you guys are having a beautiful day. I was out climbing today and it was a lot of fun, and so I'm gonna focus the first little bit on arms, upper back, shoulders, and then we're gonna work into like a nice fun flow. So I hope you guys are ready. And we're gonna meet in standing on our mats, bringing your feet together to touch, hands to your sides, closing down the eyes, connecting to the breath. And as you inhale, feeling your roots growing down into the earth, wrapping around the core of the earth. And as you exhale, just grounding yourself into your feet. You can bring your hands to heart center and Anjali Mudra, setting an intention for your practice, for your day, for your evening. And then bringing your hands out to the sides as you inhale, reaching out through the fingertips, interlacing the palms, stretching up. Exhale, hands come down to your sides, reaching out through the arms, really engaging the arms here, engaging that upper back. Inhale, lifting up. Interlace and stretch up. Exhale, hands come down. Inhale, reaching up. Interlace and stretch. Exhale, hands come down. Two more. Inhale, lifting up. Interlace, stretching up. Exhale, hands come down. Last one, reaching to the fingertips. Inhale, arms lift, interlacing the palms, reaching and stretching up. And then exhaling back down. Inhaling up, interlace and stretch. And as you exhale, bending over to the right hand side, pushing the hips out to the side while reaching through the palms, straightening through the elbows, grounding through the feet, peeling open through the side body here. On your next inhale, coming back to center, exhaling over to the left now, peeling open through the rib cage, reaching and stretching through the palms, straightening the elbows. Inhaling back to center. Exhale, hands come down. Inhale, reaching up, slight bend in the knees, interlacing the palms, stretching up and back, opening through the heart, lifting the chest. And as you exhale, bringing your hands down and around out to the sides as if you were carrying two trays, straightening the legs, hands come out in front. Inhale, arms out to the sides, and then up overhead, interlace and stretch up. Exhale, hands come down in front, and then out to the sides. Inhale, hands in front, and then up overhead, interlace and stretch up. Exhale, releasing your hands down to the sides. Inhale, lifting up, interlace and stretch. As you exhale, bending at the waist 90 degrees, palms towards the front of your mat, hips towards the back wall. Finding length through the spine here, reaching through the hands, straightening the legs, breathing here. Inhaling back to stand. Exhale, hands come down. Inhale, lifting up, interlace and stretch. And then bringing your palms to prayer, folding forward, coming all the way down, crown to the earth. Option to bend through the legs as much as you need here. Option to grab opposite hands to opposite elbows. Whatever feels good for you. To just stretch the entire back line of your body.
Releasing the hands, interlacing the fingers, elbows to your ears on an inhale, rising back to stand. Exhale, hands come down. Inhale, lifting up, interlace and stretch up. And as you exhale, sinking low through the hips, Utkatasana, weight in the heels, palms towards the sky, bringing your hips as low as you possibly can go towards the earth. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, hands come down. And on an inhale, coming up onto your tippy toes, bringing the thumbs up above the head to touch, coming into palm tree pose. Finding your balance here, finding your strength. And as you exhale, gently lowering the hands, gently lowering the feet. Inhale, hands lift up to the sky. Coming into prayer. Exhale, folding forward. Coming all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift. And as you exhale, planting the palms, stepping the feet back, coming into a high plank. Shoulders stack over wrists. Reaching and stretching back through your heels, pushing down through your palms, engaging your shoulders, engaging your upper back. And as you exhale, option to lower all the way down to your mat, option to lower halfway until your ribs are in line with your elbows. As you inhale, lifting through the heart, coming into cobra or upward facing dog, pushing down through the palms, opening through the collarbones, lifting the chest, breathing here. And then on an exhale, sending the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Option to pedal out the feet here if that feels good for you. And just grounding through the palms to the index and thumb mound. Rolling the elbows in towards each other, hugging the body into the midline. And then finding stillness in the legs, chin towards your chest, length through your spine, hips up towards the sky. Bringing your right leg forward, coming up onto your back left toes, rising up for crescent lunge. Energy through that back leg, straightening the knee, fingertips reach up towards the sky, stacking your front knee over your ankle. And then on an inhale, coming forward, warrior 3. Back heel towards the wall behind you, fingertips reaching out in front. And then on your next in-breath, rising up to stand, right hand to the sky. Left hand catches the inside edge of your left foot, preparing for dancer's pose. Option to stay here. Option to kick that foot back, reaching forward through the fingertips, finding your balance, finding your strength. On your next inhale, rising back to stand, taking that left ankle, coming into a figure 4 onto your right thigh, sinking back into your chair, and stretching out through the hips, through the glutes. If you have the space in your body in your practice, option to bring your hands down to the mat, coming into flying pigeon. And on the next inhale, rising back to stand, grounding the feet together to touch. Inhaling the palms up overhead. Exhale, diving forward, crown to the earth. Inhale, halfway lift. And as you exhale, planting the palms, stepping the feet back, high plank. Option to come down to your knees here. Option to lower all the way down to halfway, yogi's choice. As you inhale, cobra, upward facing dog, lifting through the heart, opening the chest. And as you exhale, sending the hips back, downward facing dog. Taking a few breaths here, just allowing yourself to ground down, connect to your mat. And on your next inhale, left leg comes forward, coming into crescent lunge on the opposite side, engaging that back knee, lifting it up towards the sky. Front knee stacks over your front ankle, fingertips reach up, breathing here. As you inhale, coming forward, warrior 3. Fingertips reach forward, heel reaches back, long line of energy through the spine from the tips of your fingers all the way to the back edge of your heel. And then as you inhale, rising to stand, left hand reaches up, right hand catches the inside edge of that right foot. Option to stay here. Option to kick back through that foot, reaching forward through the fingertips, coming into Nadarajasana, dancer's pose. Inhale, rising back to stand, releasing the leg and crossing that ankle over your thigh, coming into a figure 4 position with the leg sinking back into your chair, stretching through the glutes. Option to bring your hands down to the mat if you have the space in your body. And then rising back to stand, grounding through the feet, connecting back to the earth. Inhale, lifting the palms up to the sky. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And as you exhale, planting the palms, stepping the feet back, cycling through Vinyasa, and meeting me back in downward facing dog. As you inhale, right leg reaches up to the sky. As you exhale, stepping it through, back foot comes up and out to 45 degrees, grounding through the knife edge of that back foot. Hips are parallel to the front edge of your mat, reaching up for the palms for warrior 1. On your next exhale, clasping the palms behind your lower back. As you inhale, peeling open through the heart, lifting the chest. And as you exhale, diving forward, right shoulder to right knee, humbled warrior. Bringing the gaze back to your back foot or the wall behind you and just allowing yourself to find complete surrender here. Inhale, rising back to stand, straightening that front leg, fingertips reach up, and then drawing your right hip back, left fingertips come forward. Folding at the waist, option to bring your hands to blocks, to your shin, to the mat, whatever is most accessible for you here. And just allowing yourself to stretch the entire back line of that front leg. Inhale, rising back to stand, warrior 1. And as you exhale, hands come down. Front foot steps back, high plank, lowering down, cycling through Vinyasa, and meeting me back in downward facing dog. Inhale, reaching your left leg up to the sky. Exhale, stepping it through. Back foot up and out to 45 degrees, squaring those hips. Rising up for warrior 1. On an exhale, clasping the palms behind your lower back. As you inhale, lifting through the heart. And as you exhale, diving forward, left shoulder, left knee, humble the warrior. Releasing the head and the neck here and just allowing yourself to find complete surrender. Inhale, rising back to stand, straightening that front leg, fingertips reach up. Exhale, left hip comes back, right fingertips come forward, folding at the waist. Hands to your shin, to your blocks, to the mat. Just listening to your body here and what it needs. Inhale, reaching back up, warrior one. Exhale, hands come down. Cycling through Vinyasa. Meeting me back in downward facing dog. On your next inhale, coming up onto your tippy toes. And as you exhale, hopping or stepping your feet wide to the outside edges of your mat, coming into Malasana, Yogi Squat. From here, we're going to bring our palms into Anjali Mudra, elbows onto the outer edges of the knees and the thighs, tractioning open the legs, lengthening the spine as much as you can, reaching your crown towards the ceiling, hips down towards the mat, breathing here. If you'd like to fly, option to take crow pose. We're going to bring our hands down out in front, spreading the fingertips wide. Knees come to the back edges of your arms. Option to lift one foot and maybe both feet. Maintaining your balance by keeping your gaze focused about 1.5 feet in front of your fingertips. And when you're ready, option to hop back or lower down, cycling through a vinyasa, and then meeting me back in downward facing dog. From downward dog, we're going to come down to our knees, bringing the legs together to touch, separating the feet so that you can bring your sit bones down to the mat. And if your sit bones can't touch the mat, then this is where you stay. And if you'd like to move a little bit deeper, option to come back onto your forearms, option to come and lie down on your back if that's comfortable for you, just honoring your knees, your body, your practice, and doing what feels best for you. On your next inhale, rising back to seated. And then from here, we're going to bring our legs out in front, coming into a cross-legged position. And when you get something that feels comfortable for you, you can find length through your spine. And as you exhale, folding forward, just gently walking your fingertips in front of your legs, opening through the hips here, the lower back. On your next inhale, rising back to seated, switching the cross of your ankles. Lengthening through your spine. And then as you exhale, folding forward. back to seated, bringing the right leg out in front. Sole of the left foot comes in towards your thigh. Squaring the upper body over that extended leg as you inhale, reaching up. As you exhale, reaching for your toes, for your shins, for your thigh, whatever's most accessible for you. And then just allowing yourself to relax, release, surrender here. On your next inhale, rising back to seated. Switching sides, left leg comes out, right foot comes in. Reaching up through the palms, and as you exhale, reaching for the toes, stretching out through the back side of that leg, and then stretching out through your lower back, your shoulders, your arms. Just allowing the backside body to fully release here. Inhaling back to center. Bringing both legs together to touch. Reaching up through the fingertips. As you exhale, folding forward, reaching for your big toes, for your shins. You can option use a strap or a belt or a shirt at home, whatever you've got handy. If you find this is putting a lot of tension on your lower back. Inhale, rising back to seated. And from here, we're going to swing our legs around, coming to lie down on our stomachs. Option to stack your forehead on palms or bring a cheek to the mat, whatever feels best for you. From here, we're going to reach our left arm out to the side, so it's perpendicular to the body, and then rolling over onto our left hip, bringing that leg around. Right hand kind of grounds under your shoulder, providing traction to open through the chest and the shoulder, and just going as far as feels good for you to open through the chest and the front side body. And then lowering yourself down. Bringing your right hand out to the side, perpendicular. Left hand grounds under your shoulder. Rolling your chest open, stretching through the shoulder. Opening through the heart. And then returning back to center. Clasping your palms behind your lower back, zipping your legs together to touch. As you inhale, arms pull back, legs lift up. Opening through the chest, lifting through the heart, breathing here for 3, 2, and 1. Lowering down, releasing the palms. If you brought a cheek to the mat, just making sure that you switch sides to balance out your neck. And then bending through both knees, reaching for the outside edges of your feet with your hands. Knees are about hip distance apart. And on an inhale, kicking back through the feet, lifting open through the chest, reaching through the heart. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently releasing the legs. Bring your cheek or forehead back down to the mat. And then rolling over onto your back, preparing for bridge pose. Grounding your heels down into the mat. Feet are about hip distance apart. With the ability to graze the back edges of your heels with the tips of your fingers. As you inhale, grounding through the heels, lifting through the hips. Option to clasp the palms, rolling the shoulder blades under. Chin draws in towards your chest. Pelvis reaches up towards the sky. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently lowering yourself down. And we're going to do one more heart opening pose, bridge or wheel, yogi's choice. So option to take bridge, the pose we just did. And if wheel is part of your practice, you can bring your palms of your hands up towards your ears, fingertips facing down towards the bottom edge of your mat. Rolling up onto your shoulder blades, grounding through the hands, lifting through the heart, straightening the arms here as much as you can. Keeping the knees in together around hip distance apart. Chin draws in towards your chest, lifting through the heart, opening up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently lowering back down with control. Chin draws in towards your chest. Giving your knees a nice big squeeze into your body. Option to windshield wiper the legs side to side or squeeze your knees in, whatever helps, whatever movements help you to release tension in your lower back. And then to close off, we're going to take shoulder stand. Option to take legs up the wall or waterfall. If you have a wall handy, you can take legs up the wall. If you've got a block, bolster, pillow, you can prop that under your lower back and lift your legs up. If you're taking shoulder stand, just rolling up onto your shoulder blades. I like to clasp the palms, getting the shoulder blades under. Hands to your lower back, fingertips facing up. Reaching through the balls of the feet towards the sky. Legs drawn together to touch. Chin is in towards your chest. Breathing here. On your next exhale, just gently bringing the feet back into plow and then unraveling the spine vertebrae by vertebrae. Zipping the legs together to touch. Palms come beneath your sit bones, palms facing down towards the mat. Grounding through your forearms, lifting through the chest. Crown of the head comes down to your mat, opening through the heart, opening through the throat. If you want a bit of an extra stretch to the front of your neck, option to close your teeth. Inhaling back to center, chin towards your chest, lowering down, giving your knees a nice big squeeze in towards your chest.
And then rolling over to the right hand side, grounding that both shoulder blades down into the mat. Option to gaze over your left hand, left shoulder if that feels good. And just allowing your entire backside body to unravel vertebrae by vertebrae, through the spine, through the hips, through the shoulders, through the head, the neck. Inhaling back to center. Exhale, twisting over to the opposite side. Returning to center, grabbing the outside edges of your feet with your hands, coming into happy baby. And just drawing your tailbone down towards the mat, chin in towards your chest a little bit, just to find length through that spine as much as possible. And whenever you're feeling ready, you can bring your legs down. Feet open up towards the side edges of the room. Palms flip up to face towards the ceiling. Closing down the eyes here. Taking a nice deep breath in through the nose, filling the lungs all the way to full, drawing the breath deep, 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 all the way to your waist. Exhaling out the mouth, let it go. One more time, inhaling deep all the way to full, filling the lungs like a balloon inflating. Breathing it in and in and in and in and hold. And exhale, letting it out the mouth. And just allowing yourself to find complete relaxation and surrender here. Bringing attention and awareness back to your body. Finding slight movement in your fingers and toes. Wrists and ankles. And then giving yourself a nice big stretch. And then rolling over onto your right hand side, coming into the fetal position. And then rising it to meet in a comfortable seat. Rooting down through the sit bones. Finding length through the spine. Closing down the eyes. Connecting to your breath. And just drawing your hands together at heart center, remembering the intention you set today at the beginning of practice. And then bringing your hands up to your third eye and bowing to the light within. Namaste. Thank you all so much for joining.